Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super glad you did. And if you are returning, y'all the real MVP, you already know. So if you watched my last announcement video, you'll know why I'm looking the same in a couple of videos. I'm trying to backlog really quick, get some done while the baby's taking a nap. So in the background, we've got 528 hertz frequency playing, and I'll try to link the video. I usually use about 2 or 3 different videos for that, so I'm never sure which one I use, and that's the only reason why I don't link them. But just so you know, you can look up 528 hertz meditation frequency, and there's a bunch of them that pop up. So that's what we've got going on there. And secondly, if you did not watch my announcement video, I have these beautiful Amazonite mala beads and this beautiful sea green ohm bracelet that I got from KIANNI, and I am an affiliate for their program now, so I will have that link and my code in the description box so that you guys can go check it out. Get yourself some lovely yoga wear, get yourself some lovely jewelry. All of that is always going to be in the description whenever I wear this stuff. And if you're not already following me on Facebook and Instagram, all of that information is in the description for you all the time, and you'll always see these posts on my Instagram. So Instagram already knows I'm working with a swimsuit company, I'm working with KIANNI, they've got yoga wear and jewelry, and I'm gonna start doing some more awesome things with some other creators. So I'm so excited, but that's what that announcement was about. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it in the description so that you can go check that out, because I had a lot to talk about and I didn't want to spend 5 minutes in every video talking about it. So what we are here to talk about right now is my new tarot deck intro spread. So I am a moderator for a Wicca for Beginners group, as I talk about all the time, and I came across a post. It was about 6-card spread, and it's an introduction to your tarot deck. So I had it sitting in my phone for a while. I didn't know how to figure it out, and then for some reason this week, since I took a couple days off, I decided now's the time for me to get to know my decks, like really get to know my decks, since all I did was talk to them, but I didn't let them talk to me. So if you guys are not familiar with meditation, communication with your guides, stuff like that, this might sound a little crazy to you, so I want to give that disclaimer. If you guys don't hear things through meditation, this is gonna definitely sound like gobbledygook. I understand. So if you don't get any of that, please no hate in the comments. Please no this chick is crazy stuff. That's not what we're here for, okay? We're here to learn. So I want to show you guys this really awesome tarot deck intro spread that I have found. I really wish I knew who the OP was so that I could credit her, because I don't remember. I didn't catch her name in the screenshot, but there's a lot of different intro tarot decks, intro tarot spreads you can check out. I know my aunt has found one of those. So the one that I used, like I said, was a 6-card spread. And the first question was, how will this deck help me with reading? The second question is, what frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? The third is deck strengths. The fourth is deck weaknesses. The fifth is, what is the best way for us to work together? And the sixth is a message for me about working with this deck. So as you guys might have heard in my last announcement, I'm going to do a series of this for each of my tarot decks if they allow me to. I know that I've got one superstar that loves being on camera, so we're gonna do hers today. But I do have 7 tarot decks, 2 more on the way. I don't know if all of them are willing to do this, so we're gonna see if they allow me to. But for those of you guys who love to communicate with your guides and ancestors and whatnot through meditation, you'll understand what I'm saying here. And what I did for this spread was meditate a little bit, get into that meditative frame of mind to talk to my deck. So this is my lovely Starman Tarot. You guys see her all the time on this channel. Yes, all of my decks have different genders. I didn't know that. They, when you communicate with them through meditation, if you're very connected to the deck, or if the deck really wants to work with you, you can get a name, you can get a gender, you can get all of these answers. So I am astonished to find out that they all have genders. I think I have like 2 non-binary and 1 gender fluid, which is insane to me that these decks know that about themselves, whether they identify as a gender or not. So that's really cool. I did get answers out of this one. So this is my Starman Tarot, and she, let me tell you, she's a bougie girl. I did not know this about this deck until I did this spread. Okay, so when I meditated and I asked her these questions, first of all, she loves, loves, loves being the center of attention. So I think if I were to give her a zodiac sign, it'd probably be Leo. She loves being on camera. She loves all the attention, and we barely do reads together outside of YouTube reads because my other decks will work a little bit better when I do reads for myself or for other people. She, however, loves doing reads for the collective. So when I asked for a name, I actually got one. Her name is KIANNI. This is beautiful Miss KIANNI, and she is a little diva, let me tell you. I keep all of my cards in bags in a chest, so they're just kind of all together, and Miss KIANNI did not like that at all. She said it was draining her energy, having all the other decks together commingling. So my little diva deck here wanted to be in her own bag, in her own box. She wanted me to put some selenite in her bag. She wanted me to spray it with Florida water. She had a whole list of demands. So I'm loving the crap out of this deck even more now. It's very hard for me still to shuffle, but I found a groove with shuffling this one. So I think that's amazing that the most beautiful deck, look at that. Happiness, yay, celebration, friendship, let's all have fun together. That one's family. That looked like the Three of Cups, but that one's the Ten of Cups. But yeah, I think it's so amazing that the most beautiful deck is the most bougie deck. So none of my other tarot decks have given me that except for the Radiant. He wanted his own bag, his own box as well, but he's fine being with the others. She's the only one that was like, I cannot work with all of these decks. I cannot. I have to be in my own box by myself. So she's got her own special little box right here. This is my little pirate box. I'm so glad I had one of these on hand. And then here's her little bag my aunt made especially for her. So she absolutely loves this bag because it was made with her in mind. It was especially made for her. So she is digging that celebrity treatment. So when I asked her these questions, I'm going to tell you guys the cards. I don't know if you'll be able to like tell right off the bat. I will tell you guys the analysis that I got as well. So for the first question, let me put Miss Bougie down for a second. I want to show you guys how this spread works. So for the first question, it was how will this deck help me with reading? I got the Sun in reverse, and that means that this deck will help me see the joys and happiness that are clouded by depression and sadness. So if you guys know, the Sun card is usually joy and happiness. The Sun in reverse is clouded by depression and sadness. So that's how we are going to read these. I'm not going to give like the full, this is what this card means for this. I just want to show you guys how this works to interpret your deck spread, okay? So the second one is, what frame of mind should I be in to ask you questions? She gave me the Eight of Swords in reverse, which means I must be in the frame of mind of self-acceptance and freedom from my own thoughts to ask questions. So definitely can't go into this deck with any mess in my brain, right? Third one is deck strength. She gave me the Queen of Wands, and that's kind of how I figured out she was a girl before she had given me that information. And you'll see that in later videos. They do give me either a queen or king, which is really cool. So she is a fiery feminine energy, which is determined and strong, a natural leader whose courage is an inspiration to all. So you can see how Miss Bougie KIANNI would give us that as who she is, as what her strengths are. So the next one is weaknesses. She said Eight of Pentacles in reverse, which means she's losing focus, ambition, and motivation due to the mundane day-to-day, which she also elaborated, saying she doesn't like being around the other decks. Their energy really drains her. She needs her own private box to recoup and be herself and kind of get herself together. So that's how that happened. The fifth one is, what's the best way for us to work together? She said Six of Pentacles in reverse, which means the best way for us to work together is to lend support to those who need it most. So yes, we do readings for other people together, but most oftentimes she likes doing collective readings for YouTube, and that's also how I found that out. Once I got that answer, she had elaborated on it as well and said that the ones who need it most are the people who are going to be watching these videos, watching for tarot readings on YouTube. So she kind of weaseled her way out of being like, I'm a bougie girl, I like TV. She's like, no, the collective needs the energy the most. The YouTube watchers need it most. So the sixth and last one was a message for me about working with this deck. She said Two of Swords in reverse. So that means I'm wading through too many opinions and outside forces, and there is no right choice. So the way that I took that was that, again, with what she said, the frame of mind I need to be in, just clear my head to be able to work with her. So when I do readings, I always take the bottom of the deck because that is the overall energy of the read. So for this one, the bottom of the deck was Queen of Pentacles, which overall says a motherly figure who seeks to bring her loved ones joy through all things worldly by creating a wonderful home. So I don't know if she meant that about me, about her, or about us together, but I took it and it worked. So at the very end, I said, nice to meet you, Miss KIANNI. She loves the bag that Rose made for her and chose to be in a box by herself to protect her energy. And then I also put notes in the beginning to just say how our immediate bonding was. So for this one, I said, immediately bonded with this deck out of the box, always effortlessly connect for readings, usually reads for YouTube. So if you guys are trying to do the spread for yourself, I got my little star notebook here and I put all of the analysis reads for this, for all of my tarot decks in here. So if you guys are like me, you have lots and lots of tarot decks, this is a good way to keep track of that because I do all of the analysis on my phone, but then I do transfer it into here so that it kind of concretes it into my brain, who this deck is, how this deck wants me to read, and then I have this for quick reference when I am looking for a specific deck to do a specific reading. So I wanted to show you guys that just because in future videos I might be calling my decks by their names and I might be giving my decks genders, and I don't want anyone to get confused, like why would you give your deck a name, why would you give your deck a gender, and I do not. They have preferences all in themselves, so if you have tarot decks that you never fully introduced yourself to, you never fully got to know, this is a great way to do that because I do have, like my Vanessa Tarot I've had for quite a few years, all the way up to my newest ones that I've had for maybe a couple weeks, and this spread worked on all of them. So even if it's a deck that I have not really done readings with, or it's a deck that I have used and abused and done way too many readings with, this spread works across the board. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I think this is a super neat idea, and I really hope the other ones want to be on camera. I know most of them do not have a problem with that, but I think I might have to retire my Radiant for YouTube use. My Radiant is a cranky old man and he does not like people, so he might just read for me. It seems like he likes working with me a lot, but he doesn't particularly like the limelight. He doesn't like working for other people. He never usually gives readings to others, so that's very interesting, and I might be able to do that video without actually having him with me, but you guys know what a Radiant deck is. I use it all the time. So like I said, if you guys do meditation, you guys communicate with your guides, you are in touch with your intuition, this is going to be easier for you to do because you can actually hear your deck, you can hear those things, and you're not going to think you're going crazy when you hear them. So definitely, if you're still a beginner to channeling your intuition, still a beginner to practicing tarot, this might sound a little crazy to you, and you might be like, my deck has never talked to me, but this might be a good way to bond with your deck and get it to do so, because a lot of people are talking about when you first get a deck, the way that you bond with it is to sleep with it under your pillow, to shuffle it every day and talk to it. There are a million ways people tell you to bond with your deck, but I feel like all of those have never given me quite the results I have gotten from this spread. So that's just me personally. It helped me learn who my decks were as individuals. Since I have 7 right now, it's very hard to have them all stand out. So I was kind of taking them for granted and just using them as like decks. I didn't even realize that they all had personalities, and that's why I wanted to do this, because as you guys have heard me say in other videos, the Chaotic Witch Aunt did a video called Meet My Tarot Decks. I will link that below if I can remember. If future me hears that, I will link that. That is what gave me the idea for all of this, because she did a really long video introducing all of her tarot decks and their personalities, and I don't think it's fair to try to cram 7 decks into one video, especially when they all have such big personalities. So the last thing I'm going to do, falling in line with her video, is the call out rating of this deck. So call out means how does this deck call you out? So a lot of tarot readers will understand this. Sometimes you have a deck that calls you on your BS immediately, and you know that deck is going to be mean to you and hurt your feelings, and it does not care. It just wants to give you the absolute truth of what's going on. So some of these decks are more nice, and they sugarcoat it, and they tell you what you want to hear, and maybe give you a problem every once in a while, but they'll call out other people. That's just kind of how tarot decks are, especially when you start learning their personalities. So the call out rating on Miss KIANNI is, I would say, a good 8 out of 10. She's not my meanest deck. For how bougie and bad this girl is, she is not my meanest deck by far. And she calls out other people. She does not call me out. She has called me out, but still elaborated with more cards and kind of softened the blow a little bit. But with other people, she will give it to them straight in 3 to 5 cards, no messing around, no clarifiers needed. So I will say she is a good 8 out of 10. She will tell you how it is, but for me personally, she's not too mean to me. I think it's because we are super duper bonded, super connected, which is amazing, because if you guys remember, I just got her not too long ago. So she is treating me well. She's treating others well. So you guys are going to see lots more of beautiful Miss KIANNI on our channel here. And I'm going to go ahead and put her in her bag. I'm also going to be getting lots more tarot bags from my aunt. She makes these super cute little bags. If you see, this one is spoopy. It's got cats and a broom and all of this fun stuff. And it's got this cute little muakite stone on it, I believe. And yeah, she's making me about 6 more. I don't know if she's gonna start featuring them on her channel or not. On her page or not. I've asked her a couple times if we're gonna be doing that. That way I can plug that for you guys. But I can still put the info to her shop down below. So it's on Facebook. I don't believe there's an Instagram for it, but it is called The Glass Owl. She has made me lots of beautiful jewelries, made me a beautiful wand, and now tarot bags. She is an awesome, awesome person, and I think when I get those other tarot bags, I will give her her own video as well. So like I had said in my announcement previous to this, I will be doing that for quite a few people that have shops that are willing to send me some stuff to feature, so that I can send you guys their way, because my aunt's got her shop, The Glass Owl, Brittany's got her shop, The Witch's Closet, my friend Katie's got her shop, 3E Candle Co., and then I have a new friend who also has a wonderful crystal shop in Hawaii who makes hagstone necklaces. So I've got lots of beautiful people around me who are doing wonderful things with their time and their creative juices, and I want to get you guys going over there, checking out their stuff. Even if you don't spend anything, the traffic always helps anyways. So I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day wherever you are when this video reaches you. If you like this video, give me a big thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, that's cool, thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. And why don't you tell me in the comments what you think about this deck spread? Have you done this deck spread with your own decks? Are you gonna try it out? If you guys want to chat, you guys can always find me on Instagram at Starry Nightmare Tarot. As a couple of you guys have found out, I'm willing to talk to you guys. We're all friends here. I try to keep it family feeling in my channel, so We just hit 60 subs and I'm so stoked. My channel has never grown this fast. It's only been 2 months of me making videos. We're already skyrocketing at 60. So I am so excited and so grateful for every interaction we have here, you guys. And I cannot wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.